Alright, well, I guess we're going to see how this goes. How's everybody doing out there in the virtual world? I am Darren, also known as DIY 1978 guy. This is a new channel for me, so there's going to be some bumps in the road as I figure out how to do proper videos and everything like this. But we're going to get right to it and see, one, if a few things actually happen. One, if we can actually get a video done, completed, uploaded, you guys enjoy it. Number two, I'm going to see if this camera that I'm using is actually going to stay afloat, stay on, not overheat. Give you two guesses, and the first one doesn't count on what kind of camera I'm using. But anyway, this video that I wanted to do today is focusing on the 2021 and up F150s, specifically the ones that have the quad LED lights. I do understand that the projector beam headlights also have this feature, and what I'm talking about is that nice looking LED daytime running lamp array that they have on the front, and I'll show you a picture of it, or I'll show you what it looks like on mine here in a second. The issue is, though, is that there's been an increasing number of people who are having issues with one of the arrays, the LED arrays inside the headlights. It seems to be the most common one, and the one that's actually just plagued me recently is the passenger side vertical array. So again, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second, but the reason I wanted to do this video is this one I'm just starting some troubleshooting. Been doing a lot of research on it. My truck's only got 45,000 miles on it. It is out of the factory bumper-to-bumper warranty. I still have the powertrain warranty, but I haven't quite convinced myself yet that I'm going to buy an extended warranty, although things like this certainly make me want to do it. From what I understand, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, again, I've done a lot of research on it, but I don't know everything. I guess like some of the aftermarket warranties do have lighting package add-ons and things like that. The Ford, I think the Ford warranty, the Ford extended warranty, you have to actually add the extended, whatever they call it, extended package to it to get coverage for your lighting and your key fobs, which I think is dumb. The bumper-to-bumper warranty should be just that, bumper-to-bumper. I do have a lot of other opinions that I'll try not to share too many of about the thing going out early, the quality control, all that stuff, whatever. But in this video, basically what I wanted to do is do some troubleshooting on it, because I honestly have not been able to find a whole lot of anything about people actually troubleshooting this and trying some different DIY type of fixes for it. Now, there may be one, there may not be one, who knows. We're going to dive into this and see, but in this video I'll show you what's going on with the issue, what the actual issue is, and then what I think might be the problem, or at least we're going to try to narrow down what the problem is. And what I think it is these headlights with this with the LEDs and everything in there use ballast, similar to but not the same as, you know, your old HID headlights that had ballast that, you know, power up the lights, high voltage ballast. In a different way, these actually use a ballast control. It's almost like a computer module that's in the bottom side of the headlight, and that's what interfaces with the lighting module to do all the bulb outage stuff, change color temperatures, change, you know, color brightness, things of that sort. And on some of the other more advanced vehicles, they have even more advanced features. So this ballast module, so to speak, from what I understand, controls all of that. So that said, let me put this down over here, and I'll show you what it is I'm talking about. But basically what we're going to do is I'm going to try swapping the ballast if I can get them out, which it looks like I can. I already started removing the wheel well here, but I'll explain how I did that in a minute. There's only 4 screws for this thing, like I said, and it sits right on the bottom side of the headlight. I'm trying to do this without having to remove the headlights, because it is quite a job to remove the headlights in the truck, and unfortunately I don't have a spare headlight that I can test this with. So I'm going to do a little bit of diagnosis here, and basically I'm going to try to drop the ballast out, swap them over to the other lights, and see if the problem follows the ballast. So let me get this turned on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So it may, just by virtue of LED and camera, it may actually do a little bit of flickering or show that it's flickering in the video, but we'll see. But anyway, what we're looking at here is, yeah, there it is, the flickering. So what we're talking about here is this upper array. Oh, my music wanted to start playing. You don't need that happening. It's amazing. CarPlay is wonderful. I can't get it to work when I want it to, but when I don't, it just does its thing. So anyway, these things, it doesn't look like it in the video here just because of the frame rate of the camera, but these are actually solid, right? So there's a horizontal and a vertical that comes down here. Again, it's solid in my view outside. The camera's not showing it. And of course, there's one down here that makes the whole thing. And it's quite a neat looking setup that they have. And it's one of the things that kind of attracted me to the truck. So I added this strip that goes across to give it more of the look of the Lightning. But what you'll see is in this one, we have our vertical that's working. Interestingly enough, it seems to be somewhat flaky in the video, and then it comes back to flaky. But this one, I'm sorry, the horizontal one, this vertical one looks like it's completely out now. If not, it's very, very dimly lit. And of course, the one on the fog light still works just fine. So this is what we're trying to determine. Now, as I stated before, right, the way these things have ballast underneath them. Let me get a light on over here, and I'll take you in there and show you what I'm talking about. So there we go. See if we can see this here. So I already pulled back the liner in here. It's just a few screws, right? You got 2 screws up along here. They're all 7mm. There's one right here. There's a little plastic, you know, release pin, little release tab. You can take that out, and you can fold the wheel well back and just get it up out of the way. And what that does is it gives you access to the bottom side of the headlight. So I'll try to do this without dropping the camera. This right here, this silver thing, that's the ballast in the bottom of the headlight, and is what, to my understanding, controls all the lighting. And there's 4 screws that you have to take out to get it out, and I think it'll drop down far enough to get out. So there's a screw here, there's a screw back there. I don't know if you can see my fingers. Let's see if we can. There's another screw up in here, and there's another one towards the back right there. So they are all accessible with a long extension. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out, or pull this one out, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll be back in a minute. Let me get that guy out of here so I don't have to hold the camera. Be right back. Alright, as I stated, I'm going to try to do this with you guys hanging around in here with me. I know you probably won't be able to get everything because I need both my hands, but here's these screws that I was talking about. This one obviously is real easy to get to. And my swivel is not playing nicely, but we'll take that one out. Let's see here. I already took this this back one out over here. Did I? No, I didn't. Sorry. This one of these I already took out back here. That one I already took out. I got this one started, and then remembered I wanted to record this. So let's get the swivel up in here. And you can pop that out. And then the last one here, which I could probably take the swivel off of, but I won't. Maybe I will, just because the swivel's being kind of a pain. But anyway, so again, while I'm doing this, what I've seen on Facebook and in the forums and whatnot is a lot of people getting these things replaced under warranty. And when I mean these things, I'm talking about the entire headlight replaced under warranty if they have the coverage to be able to do it. But I have not seen much troubleshooting on this. And you know, me being a DIY guy here, that's kind of what I do. I have to somewhat substantiate that I'm going to, well, this thing's probably not going to come out, is it? Is this bar in the way? I have to be able to prove either one, what the problem is, two, you know, that there is no actual fix for it, and I've tried and done my due diligence on it. But let's see here. There's two plugs on the back side of this thing, and we'll try to see if I can't snake this thing up and out, maybe, or see it. That'd be nice. You know, if this bar wasn't in the way, that would be uber helpful as well. So this thing says MOD assembly LED. All right, so that has the same, or at least one of the same part numbers that I was looking at online. So, oh sweet, here we go. Ow, that is sharp. Just try not to cut my hands in the process. So, all right, so there's a big blue plug here that pops out, and then there should be another plug on the back side, a black one, and it's out. So that's the module, and that's a nick on my finger. And like I said, there's two plugs that plug this thing in. I believe one of them controls the LED headlights and all those functions. The other one, I believe, controls the array, the LED DRL array. So so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it on the other side, and then see if that problem follows this module. So we'll be right back. Alright, so like I stated before, I'll take you over here to the other side and show you. Yes, I am doing this at my house. I don't have a shop out there yet, so I got to work under my carport. But hopefully, if these things take off, all these videos and everything, either one or two things will happen. One, that you guys will help me build a shop so I can do more of these things in a better controlled environment. Or two, I'll get the shop built and still bring you videos of all kinds of different things. So, as I stated, you know, this channel is not going to be just about trucks or just about anything. It's literally anything DIY. So I have another video I'm working on about the GoPro camera that I'm using. There's the answer that I asked you guys earlier. But I am using a GoPro Hero 10. Not the best camera in the world, but I'll save that for another video. So going back to this, what I did find is that if you turn the wheel out, I mean, you can take this wheel, this inner fender out with the wheel turned in, but I think it's going to be easier to access the bolts on the underside there. So just to show you the screws I was talking about, there's a screw here, and I know the lighting probably sucks, and I'll fix that in a minute. There's a screw here, there's a screw here, there's one right here on the inner fender, and you can pull this one as well on the upside of the fender. And then there's this little plastic thing that you can unscrew back here, pop that out, and you can fold this up and out of the way, and you'll have access to the back of the headlight there. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll come right back. All right, take two on this particular segment. As I said, these cameras suck, and I'll tell you why in another video. But anyway, I want to try to get you in here to see. This is that little plastic thing I was telling you about. You know, it unscrews, and then you can usually just pop it out by hand. But because I'm recording this now, it's going to make a, oh, there we go, a liar out of me. So just pop that right there, and like I said, you can just pull all this back. I'm gonna need both hands for this in a minute, but you can pull this back and fold it. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'll just hang you guys right here. Again, this is amateur hour. Let's see if this is gonna work. Amateur hour. All right, look at that, huh? I should make this a widescreen. Anyway, so this thing is somewhat stubborn, but not too bad. You just gotta work your way around. Try not to cut yourself on that metal tab. And like I said, you can take this and fold it up out of the way as it makes a bunch of noise and slings a bunch of dirt in my face. But anyway, there it is. See? So, as I stated, now there's the back side of the other ballast, which hopefully I can get out. So let me get up in here, I'll get you guys set up and we'll do it. Alright, so I literally feel like I spend more time getting tools and everything together than I do actually using them. But we're going to try this with the drill this time, just so I can hold the socket while I'm pulling it out. But anyway, you guys can see the ballast here. I'll get this back one first. Get that on there. Come on. Yeah, sometimes hand tools are a little easier, but I could tighten up this swivel a little bit. That would probably be okay too. Alright, there we go. There's first screw. As my chain falls down my neck. And let's see. This back one is the one that's the pain. Ooh, this one is even more of a pain than the other one was. Well, that's gonna be fun. Oh, not bad actually. I do recommend wearing gloves doing this kind of stuff. I normally do, but instead I felt like, you know, drawing a little blood today, so. And I don't mean with a pen and a paper. Alright, there's that guy. And that one fell right on my neck. That was tasty. And then the easiest one to do, right here. Okay. So now we've got all four of them out. And here comes the next fun part, which is, how did I do this earlier? I think I spun it around. You gotta have some very good core muscles to do this while you're laying on the ground. I do not have great core muscles. Alright, so let's see here. So we got this black plug. Now, I do have to say, well, let me not jinx myself. Hold on. Alright, there's that one. And there's the other blue one. Okay, anybody who's worked on vehicles knows that automotive plugs are a pain in the ass, oh, excuse me, pain in the butt to get out. These, by virtue, were actually really easy to get out. So, there's the driver's side ballast. It's got the same part number on it and everything like that. And I actually wrote passenger and driver on them, so I'm going to get the other one. I'm going to pop it in, see what happens. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I wrote passenger on this one. And I do have it plugged in. I did verify the plugs will only go into one socket. They won't, you can't swap them in their sockets and everything, which is to be expected. So, let's go ahead and turn the lights on and see if it follows or if it totally freaks out. Let's see. So Hey folks, what if I gotta keep using this GoPro camera? That might become my first video. As many problems I've had with this stupid thing already, but that's alright, because we've got the modules plugged in, swapped, right? The driver's side is now on the passenger side headlight. The passenger side module is now on the driver's side headlight. So we're going to go ahead and fire this up, see what happens. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Well. What have we got here? Let me take you guys in there a little closer. So, the driver's side array is still working, and the passenger side array is not. So, my theory that the ballast could be the problem appears to not be correct. And it does look like, if you see there's a little bit of pulsing in there, it does look like that array is trying to, there we go, let's see if I can get that, there it is, see? It does look like there's some light trying to go through, which I think was there before, but nothing like this. So, what have we learned? We have learned that the problem does not follow the ballast. And the reason I went down this path is, again, during the research I was doing, some people suggested that it was a software issue, and I think there was actually let me turn this off. Man, it's hot out here. Anyway, there were some places on the forums where people had suggested that there was a software issue. I think a couple of years ago Ford may have pushed out some kind of a software issue, one of those over-the-air updates that everybody loves, and broke different components. I say broke, shut off, or messed up software-wise different components inside the headlights. And it was a whole fiasco people had to go through to get it reversed, and then a new update came out and all this kind of stuff, fixed everything. So being that most of this stuff is software driven, you know, on these vehicles these days, I had read that potentially the ballasts were possibly the cause of this. And like I said, I just wanted to make sure to basically isolate the control module from the headlight to see if it's actually a problem with the control module itself or the headlight. It appears that it is the headlight that is having the issue. So now what I want to do next is I want to try to get my hands on a a wrecked headlight that isn't worth anything, nobody's going to put back in their vehicle, but still has working array in it. And I want to be able to take it apart and deep dive into the wiring and the arrays and everything like that, really see how this thing works. So once I get my hands on one of those, because I can't pull out my factory one and drive around without a headlight, once I get my hands on one of those, I'll do another segment to this video of what it looks like, how to take it apart, all that stuff. Man, I'm popular today. So this concludes this segment of the video. Again, swap the ballast in the headlights. The DRL issue did not follow the ballast, so it's not that. Next we're going to go after a headlight, so stay tuned for that. And leave me comments in the bottom if you like it, if you don't. Again, this is practically one of my first videos I'm ever doing, so I'm still learning how all this stuff goes. Cicadas are out there talking early too. They're a little early, but yeah, leave me some comments down below if you know anything about this problem and can shed some light. If you're a Ford tech, whatever, this is an open forum for trying to find a fix for this without having to spend $1,100 on a new headlight when my truck's only a couple of years old, or justify spending, you know, $500, $600, $700 or more on a set of aftermarket headlights that we don't know how long they're going to last either. You know, I know there's a handful of sets out there that people are testing out. Other guys that have these trucks are testing them out and using them. We'll see what they turn up, but we're going to move on to the next phase of this. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back together. As always, thanks for watching. Again, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.